If you want to raise money, find joint venture investors and build up your personal brand, then this video is for you. Hey guys, I'm Sahas. I'm a real estate investor and I also own a digital marketing company. If you haven't watched the first part of this video, I recommend you watch that and come to this one later. And if you have already, then let's begin. Wait, before diving right into the video, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the latest update. Okay, few of the components that we covered in the previous videos were like brand colors, brand positioning, brand story, vision, mission, logo, all of that stuff, and even a bit of a strategy, right? In this module, what we're going to cover is basically the website part of it. So basically input of the funnel. So that is the website, then webinars, sales funnel, email marketing, podcast and books. I'm going to talk about each one of them one by one. So let's start with the website first. Like I said, when we're talking about a personal brand, it is you. So when we're talking about you, here the landing page kind of a concept really doesn't work, because now we're talking about your story, your mission, your values, the kind of work that you have done in the past. So it is wise to have your own website if you are establishing yourself as a personal brand. So now when we talk about websites, it is nowhere similar to the landing page that I've been talking about for lead generation kind of a stuff. This is authentic website talking about you, your mission, your products, your blogs, everything in it. So it's just like a store. It's a store full of information about you. You know what is the best way? Let me show you. So the first example that I'm going to give you of CARDONE, and you can search by the name www.grandcardone.com itself. By the way, this is another tip that I was talking about. If you're making your own personal brand, then you can always look into buying your own name as your personal brand. So this is what Grant Cardone also did, and he got his personal brand on his own name. And now if you're looking at this page, you would literally see it is a showroom of products, the showroom of services and everything that he does. So when you see this is the home page, there are different sections on the navigation bar. You can look into about section, store, events which are probably upcoming, his mentorship, his coaching services. Cardone Capital is one of his real estate products and services that he deals with, where you can invest. His blogs, if he writes or he has some people to write for him. So you can check all these things and get some inspiration what could be added in your personal brand as well. Just to give you a little information on what could be your mission is something that you can check on the about section of his page as well. And you can read about him. He's establishing his credibility in saying what kind of companies that he's dealt with in the past, and he's the one who started a 10x movement, and mostly everyone in the world knows about it. Another website that I'm going to help you check is Ben Humble's website. Ben Merson, he is one of the biggest real estate investors based out of here in Canada. And now when you go to his product line, so now Ben is very much known by his credibility as an investor, and also that his image reflects more towards music because he loves music. So which is why he has so different way of approach towards his podcast is when you look at any of his podcast, if you go and click any of his podcasts, you will actually see him rapping at the end of every podcast when he gets anyone on his interview. Basically, this is what Ben's website is. And he has written a book, Communism to Capitalism. By the way, if you haven't checked that out, you can check it on Amazon as well. He has a wonderful podcast he recently launched with the second season as well. And he also has a blog, and also you can sign up for his newsletter. If you go onto the first page itself, there's an option to do that as well, like over here. So just to give you an idea, this is how a website for a personal brand should look like. Now, since you're familiar with the websites, now I'm going to touch on the webinars. Guys, webinars are really crucial when you're building up your personal brand. The reason why I say that, because you want to provide education, you want to give value, you want to let people know what you know. And webinars is one of the best source of establish yourself that kind of an authority that you know something which you can help some people to get further in their lives as well. So what my recommendation is, you can always start with the free webinars, or you can even start with the kind of paid ones depending on what kind of niche and the kind of value that you would be providing. So however you want to establish it, webinars is a very good resource to start. Now another component that I'm going to touch on personal branding has been around for a very long time, as long as internet has been there, and which is email marketing. So one of the things that you can do is make a connection with your audience, and it could be through multiple channels, which is why email marketing comes really handy and makes a lot of things easier for you. Like I use SendFox for my weekly newsletters. You can also look into that, or you can look into MailChimp. They are really good resource, and as long as you're having multiple touch points, that will help you build that community and make an impact to your audience. Now, the second last component that we are going to talk about are the podcast. Podcast is one of the most interesting and one of the greatest marketing tools that you can have in this times. It is one of my favorites, as well as if you see, it is very much value driven. You're giving education in lieu of what? Just somebody listening to your information that you're providing. It is a great resource if you can utilize it, and if you can put that kind of valuable content and time and effort into making one. But if you can, this is one of the best resource that you can actually bank on. By the way, the couple of websites that I just recently showed you, they already had their own podcasts. So you know what I mean when I say podcasts are really essential to build up your personal brand. Now, the last component that we're going to talk about building up your personal brand is writing books or providing guides. Like I said, providing value, providing education, educating with the kind of industry, the niche that you deal with, and which can help them out, which is why books or guides come into the picture. So if you want to go to that far, if you want to put in that kind of an effort, it would be great if you can launch your own books, or something that you can do in terms of providing a physical copy of information, or even a PDF to begin with. So basically the gist is to provide education and provide value from different mediums. May those be books, may those be audible or podcast, or through social media strategies, or even through webinars. The center of building a personal brand is providing education. And if you understand the right way to do that, and if you really can dig deep into the kind of audience that you want to cater, the niche that you want to specifically bank on, you have got this. Since you've been listening to my rant from the last two videos, I have one bonus tip for you guys. You know what is the fastest way of building up your brand in 2021? Do you know what it is? You're right, it's videos. By the year 2022, 83% of the internet consumer traffic is going to get converted only through videos. And now you know the kind of impact the videos can hold up. If you can get into the game of making videos right now, you are not late. You can still do it. The reason why I'm talking about personal branding is because it can really help you if you know your niche, if you know your skill, and if you want to take a step ahead and raise money, build up your business. This is the game that you should be looking into. If you really want to raise money and build up that kind of an investment portfolio and build up your personal brand, it can really help you reach to the right kind of audience who can really take advantage of the skill set or the mission that you are in, and you help them in their mission as well. If you have any questions related to personal branding, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn. I hope you got some value out of it. I want you to be making better marketing decisions, which is why I'm making these videos. If you're getting any value out of my videos, please do share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for the next video in the series. Till then, take care.